Hi guys, it is Jerry and Chico with He Provides.
Long time no see. And that's why we're here, because we're coming back. I took a new job. Of course, over the course of the time that we had our YouTube channel, did you take your new job before we started?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I took a new job. It was full-time, and it was actually overtime. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I've gotten overtime on every check since I started. Now, overtime's a great thing because you get time and a half pay. But there's more to it than that with the job I have. It also increases the amount of PTO I have, paid time off. So that's actually more money in our pocket. It's time I can take off somewhere down the road and they'll pay me for not being there.
Like so many have wanted to do before.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people want to do that. But now it's really happening. And then where I work has a 4% matching in the 401k. And of course I do at least the 4% so that it's free money. But when I'm making overtime, the amount that they're paying me on the match increases. So I've not turned down overtime, not once. In fact, I had a day this week where I went in at 4:30 a.m. and worked until 3:30 in the afternoon. Yay, all good. So the job, it took a little longer to get into the swing of things than I thought it would. But we're both in hospitality. We're both in hospitality, and January and February is our slow periods. So I've recently only kicked into the slow period, but I thought going into January, boom, I really expected to start making videos like January 2nd. But I was so stretched and so worn out from the transitioning in that it really took me all of January to get rested and back to normal. So here we are, middle of February, and we're ready to pick up the YouTube again. It's going to be a little different. He Provides Homestead, and last year our homestead kind of got away from us because we had to travel so much. You want to remind him where all we went?
So I took a promotion, and with that promotion was 6 or 7 different trainings, and we went to Texas, we went to Arizona, we went to Phoenix, Arizona last year.
St. Louis,
and there's one more.
Indianapolis.
We did Indianapolis several times. North
of Indianapolis to a town called Crawfordsville.
Yes.
And
there was still one more that we're missing.
Yeah.
But anyways, there was a lot of travel between last April and September. We were somewhere every week of the month.
Or every month. One week out of every month. So we got rid of the chickens, sent them to Bev and Arthur. They were glad to have them. And the garden kind of fell off to the side. And we went to wherever it was. We was out of state at the peak of our berry picking season. So we got maybe a quart of berries where we usually get a couple of gallons. So we kind of missed that. The weeds kind of took over the garden, and it was such a wet year. Our tomatoes and cucumbers didn't do well anyway. So the without rambling, the homesteading aspect kind of fell off last year. Then we took her last trip, the very first week of October, and I started my new job on the 9th. It was agreed that I was hired before we went on that last trip, but the trip was already planned. So we came back from her last trip and I rolled right into the new job. So, and this year our focus has changed a little bit, and it'll be a little less on homesteading. We will likely not have the number of gardens that we normally have. We probably won't use but about half our raised beds. Probably only going to use a couple of containers instead of half a dozen or 8. And we probably won't do the community garden this year. We probably just don't have the time. But some of the things that we are going to do, You want to help me with the list?
So of course, I'm gonna still do some crafts, and I have some things planned. I'm excited. You know, Mother's Day's coming up. Valentine's Day is this week, so there's always good crafts wherever there's a holiday or a reason to celebrate.
We'll still do some gardening, but it'll probably mostly be tomatoes and bell peppers. That'll probably be most of our gardening, and we'll still tend to our berries because we got some rocking good berries. Go ahead and do that one too.
So we will also enjoy frugal living. We'll bring that to you because that's just who we are.
Yes.
How we truly work hard to live frugally and what we do to make that happen.
Yes, and our frugal mindset is really kind of what led us to homesteading in the first place. That and wanting better health.
Yeah.
And we're going to do budgeting. We kind of started in budgeting last year. And I got to tell you, it's been amazing. It has made all the difference in the world in our lives. And we kind of threw away a lot of our younger years. We didn't have any kind of pension fund set up, no retirement fund set up. We really didn't save money. But when we started the budgeting app, we started seeing big glaring holes. And we've covered a lot of ground in a short time. And we're going to share some of that with you.
We also have some ideas about some side gigs, which we had brought some before you, but we have some new ones for this year, so we're hoping to accomplish those.
We want to be able to maximize our time and our effort and bring more income in and get our retirement accounts squared away. And with that, with the side gigs, we're going to try to pair that with a buying assets mindset. I just finished, yes, I just finished Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I'll tell you more in a minute, but it helped me to think in a little bit different frame of mind. So we're going to try to take the side gigs effort and swing it towards buying assets, and I really, in the back of my mind, I'd like to invest in storage units. We're not getting any younger, and when I'm too old to get it out and do the things that I normally do, I'd like to have that steady income coming in anyway. So buying assets is going to be one. You can do that one.
We do have some travel set up for this year. Some for our leisure time and just time to get away and enjoy each other. But also with my work, I do have some travel set up for during the year. Got some places that I have to go, so you will get to come along with us.
And we're going to try to maximize our time off. We're working so much now that we're going to try to really maximize our time off and go have experiences. Maybe not so much stuff, but experiences. Yeah. So then we're going to do a little bit about investing. I've learned a lot. I've read a lot of books, and that'll take me to the next thing I want to say. But we're probably going to share some knowledge that we gather and theory that we've stumbled across about investing. And we want just like everything else, we want your opinion. And we're going to do book recommendations. Books that we think are of value, just like we've done before. The homesteading books that were big value to us, we did a recommendation. We're going to do the same thing in the realm of budgeting, investing, and buying assets. We'll do book recommendations. And then I'll do this one here too. A sinking fund strategy. For those of you that are budgeting or follow Dave Ramsey, you know what sinking funds are. Those are the things like, for example, an auto replacement fund. We don't borrow money to buy a vehicle. We do pay a car payment, but we pay it into a bank account and pay ourselves interest instead of paying somebody else interest. So But one of the sinking fund strategies, we opened up an auto fund account. It's a club account at our credit union, and it paid 0.1%, which is more than it would pay if we just stuck it in an envelope in a drawer. Well, when we reach $2,500, that means we are now eligible for more interest than a money market account. So when I went to the bank today, I moved our auto fund from a club account to a money market account, and we're getting considerably more interest. So we're going to share those type of strategies with you. Like, we've got a sinking fund for vacation. We've got a sinking fund for car replacement. What else? We've got several, and we want to share some strategies with you on how to take the money that we're saving to pay for stuff we're going to need, to let it make some money for us. Mm-hmm. So, you got anything you want to add or say? So we're back. I don't know how many videos we're going to do a week or a month just yet, but we're getting started. We hope to, right now, as we're getting back in the swing of things. Oh, and our rental property. There's been some changes there, and we'll bring you some ideas there. That's one of our issues right now. Our daughter Jerica, she moved out, and it's bittersweet. You know, it's a curse and it's a blessing. And we have new renters, but we're doing some remodeling and some repairs in there right now. So,
as you can tell, Dad took a little breath.
Yeah, you know, she was my baby.
Still is, but now she just doesn't live next door.
Yeah, now she's my baby that lives in the next town. So, but we're going to do some videos about, like we did in the past, about the repairs and stuff we're doing on the rental property. And you may meet our new renters. But that's also why we're probably only going to be doing one video a week for a little while until this project's caught up. Our son Chance is up there changing the doorknob right now. So we're back. We hope that you will support us like you always have, and we look forward to actually getting back to watching some of your videos as well. We've literally been completely away from YouTube, so it's good to be back. We hope you think so too. Godspeed.